Welcome to The Last Memory Episode 2. I'm your writer. Let me know in the comments below if you missed Episode 1 or if this is your first time joining us here. If you haven't checked out our podcast, consider listening to an audio drama adaptation of The Last Memory. New episodes premiere every Wednesday. And now, without further ado, let's begin. The rain was coming down in sheets, blurring the lights of the city into a watercolor wash. Inside the small cafe, steam curled from Maya's mug like ephemeral wisps of smoke. Outside, the wind rattled the window pane, a counterpoint to the soft murmur of voices and the quiet clink of porcelain. She stirred her tea, the cinnamon spice mingling with the sweet caramel notes. A young couple at the next table laughed, their joy echoing the melody tinkling from the cafe's old piano. Maya watched them, her gaze drifting to the rain-streaked window. Each face that passed, each fleeting glance, each whispered word, a story. A kaleidoscope of emotions, joys, sorrows, heartbreaks, hopes, dreams. Some sought solace from the downpour, others hurried on their way. Each life a tapestry woven with moments that shaped and defined them, and she had touched their lives, not all for the better. She remembered the woman cradling a withered flower, the scent of lilies heavy in the air, whispering apologies to a grave. Maya had brushed against her grief, easing the jagged edges, smoothing the path of her sorrow. The woman had thanked her, smiled through tear-filled eyes and moved on, lighter somehow. But the next time Maya saw her, the woman's smile didn't reach her eyes. The light in them had dimmed. She thought she was helping, making the burden a little easier to bear, but what she had taken, she realized, were the defining moments, the very essence of their being. The man accosted by memories, his face etched with lines of pain, haunted by a past he couldn't outrun. Maya had eased his torment, but in doing so she had erased the strength born of his scars, leaving him hollowed out, defeated. The girl who had known too much violence, too soon. Her laughter, once as bright and unrestrained as wind chimes, now cautious, hesitant. When Maya had brushed against her pain, she had taken away the memories that made her who she was. The girl who had become a stranger to herself. And then the voice, like a persistent shadow, echoed in the recesses of her mind, weaving its way into her waking hours. Every memory you erase does not vanish. It rewrites, it builds, it reshapes reality into something unrecognizable. She awoke with a gasp, heart pounding against her ribs like a trapped bird. The pages of her journal lay open on her lap, ink seeping into the paper, forming words she didn't recognize. Not mercy. Consequence. The words swam before her eyes, a premonition. A warning. Her gift, the one she had embraced with open arms, was it really a gift? Or had she been deluding herself, mistaking her power for kindness? Her touch, meant to heal, had maimed. She had traded their pain for emptiness, leaving gaping wounds in the world, visible only to her. Outside, the rain had stopped. A sliver of sunlight peeked through the parting clouds, casting long shadows on the wet pavement. The city, glistening and renewed, seemed to sigh in relief as if washing away not just the grime of the day, but something more, something darker. And in the stillness, she heard it again, closer this time, a whisper on the wind, not mercy, consequence. As Maya rose, her reflection stared back, eyes questioning in the depths, the familiar comfort of her reflection replaced by a stranger's gaze. Who was she? What had she done? And what was happening to the world around her? The pieces of the puzzle she had brushed aside began to fit together, forming a picture of a world irrevocably altered, a world teetering on the edge of oblivion. The memories she had erased, the scars she had smoothed over, were they coming back? And if so, what did it mean for her? For the world? The sunlight, a stark contrast to the darkness gathering at the edges of her vision, seemed to mock her, highlighting the cracks in the world, the fissures spreading like wildfire across reality itself. And in the depths of those cracks, something stirred, watching, waiting. For the first time, fear coiled in her stomach, cold and constricting. Was this the price of her gift? Was this the consequence of her actions? Or was there more, something darker, more sinister at play? As the realization dawned, the true cost of her power, she felt a chill crawl up her spine. The whispers grew louder, urging, demanding. The world, wounded and broken, was ready to be rewritten. The question was, who would write it? Her or the darkness that was rising to meet her? To be continued in Episode 3. Thank you for watching Episode 2 of The Last Memory. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to show your support. Until next time, stay curious and keep creating.